The knock came at 3:14 p.m. My daughter was coloring at the kitchen table. I was rinsing a mug when she froze, crayon mid-stroke. Another knock, more urgent, followed by a voice I knew too well. "It's Mommy, dear, let me in." I turned toward the door, and that's when my daughter grabbed my arm, tight. Her eyes were wide, not scared, certain. "Dad," she whispered, voice thin and terrified, "that's not Mom. We need to hide." I didn't ask questions. I didn't open the door. I took her by the wrist and led her silently into the pantry, shut the door behind us, careful not to click the latch too loud. In the dark, with canned beans brushing my knees and a child's breath in my ear, I waited, listening. That knock again, harder this time. "Sweetheart, open up. Mommy's home early." But my wife, she was home, sleeping upstairs. She'd come back from her business trip 12 hours ago, and she hadn't told anyone. 12 hours earlier, she'd walked through the front door unannounced. Suitcase in one hand, phone in the other, surprise carefully arranged on her face. "My conference got canceled last minute," she'd said. "Figured I'd come home early and surprise you both." Something about her smile didn't sit right. It wasn't the surprise, it was the precision of it. The way her eyes scanned the living room first, not me, as if she was checking for someone. She hugged our daughter, kissed my cheek, the usual. But when she went upstairs to shower, she left her phone on the counter, unlocked. She never does that. So I looked, out of curiosity at first, maybe reflex. Then I saw the contact saved as Mila Yoga. There were no yoga classes in the texts, just room numbers, flight confirmations, digital keys. One thread, one name, repeated again and again. "Can't wait to be alone with you." I didn't confront her. I didn't mention the messages, the hotel receipts, the photos. Instead, I waited, watched, calculated. That night, she cooked dinner like nothing had shifted. Our daughter laughed. She poured wine, touched my hand. But something had cracked open in me. Quiet, slow, cold. I checked the call logs. She'd been in regular contact with Mila every business trip for the past 6 months. Voice calls, messages, shared location data. Each lie had a GPS trail. Each touch had a timestamp. She was meticulous, but I was patient. And patience is a scalpel in the right hands. I recorded the screen, backed up the phone, cross-referenced travel dates with bank statements. Everything lined up. Double life, 2 names, 2 homes, one family left to rot in the shadows. The woman at the door knocked again, then tried the handle, locked. She said the words again with too much cheer. "It's Mommy, dear, I brought you something." My daughter trembled beside me, clutching the hem of my shirt. Her eyes never left the pantry slats. I pulled out my phone, checked the upstairs security camera. My wife, my actual wife, was still in bed, asleep, face buried in the pillow. I switched to the front porch feed. The woman outside wasn't her. She looked like her, moved like her, wore her perfume. But she wasn't her. And my daughter, she knew before I did. The imposter left after 7 long minutes. Silence settled. I walked my daughter upstairs and tucked her next to her mother without waking her. Then I went downstairs and sent the files. To her. She opened them at 4:08 a.m. All of it. The texts, the photos, the metadata, the room numbers. She came downstairs quietly, phone still in hand. No makeup, no mask. I didn't look up from my coffee. She stood in the doorway like a child caught stealing. "How long have you known?" I sipped. Let the silence drag. "Since the Denver trip. The yoga teacher doesn't exist, but the affair does." She said nothing, just stood there, undone, waiting for mercy I didn't owe. "I didn't tell you about coming home early because I wanted to—" "How it felt," she said, voice cracking, "to come back to a normal life." So you could pretend, I said flatly. But you brought her here, didn't you? Her breath caught. She wanted to see me. I didn't. She knocked on the door, pretended to be you. She froze. Our daughter knew it wasn't you. She told me to hide. Tears came. I didn't stop her. She begged for forgiveness, swore she'd cut off all contact, swore she'd never let her near the house again. But I'd already spoken to a lawyer, already sent the footage, already changed the locks. When she finally realized I wasn't fighting back, she broke. "You're really doing this?" I looked at her then, really looked. "You invited a stranger into our child's life for convenience." She started to say something, but I turned away. The conversation was over. So was the marriage. She thought the knock was the beginning. It was the end.